Everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you are not subscribed, make sure you do so. Y'all, I've been having a little trouble with my phone, so I hope I can get through this whole video, okay? So, um, when it's something like really like on me, like I gotta get it out there, okay? Like it's something like if I feel like God want me to share something with somebody, I got to like release it. So, what I've been learning is about mermaids. I've been learning about how, you know, as kids, we watch like these mermaid movies and we think that it's something fictional, that is something that came out of somebody's imagination, and we think that there's really nothing to it. It's just imagination. But about 5 or 6 years ago, I learned that, mermaids are actual demons. I used to watch the movie Splash with my kids. I used to love watching The Little Mermaid with my daughter. Also, me and my daughter used to watch Mako Mermaids, which come on Netflix, and we also used to watch H2O. Now, H2O is a little spin-off or whatever from Mako Mermaids, and those things are on Netflix. Um, I discovered some videos a few years ago of people spotting mermaids. And when I seen these mermaids, I immediately thought to myself, like, that's a demon. Like, that's just immediately what I thought. And I didn't really want to watch anything related to mermaids anymore with my kids. And um, I just had a really weird feeling when I would look at those clips of mermaids. Um, Here recently, like it's been on my mind about mermaids. And I was talking to somebody about it not too long ago. So it's still on my mind about these mermaids. And it's like what makes me like really upset is that they put a lot of this stuff into these movies and they want us to think that they're imaginary and that they don't exist and that if they do exist that there's something good, like, and I was watching some clips of these like mermaids, like real life actual sightings of them in, and I was like, okay, if it was something to God, would it be killing somebody? Like so when I seen it, I automatically like just knew that they were demons. So, and then when I would see like videos of them like singing underwater, I'm like, okay. I thought about how, the devil was over the music in heaven. So that's what my mind automatically went to. And as kids, I used to have like the Little Mermaid shirt. I used to have the mermaid bedspread sheets, and like I was really into the Little Mermaid. And in the movie, she could sing and like, and what I noticed though in a movie that there was the sea witch, and which was a mermaid, and she was a witch, and she was the one that gave Ariel these legs. Whenever I would watch like mermaid movies as a kid, I would never walked away from these movies feeling good. Like it was always a weird feeling that I had. Also, I used to like the movie Splash, and when we think about mermaids, we think about something beautiful. We think about even these mermaids seducing somebody, even like in the movie Splash, the woman was a mermaid and she saw this man that she liked. So she had legs and she went after this man. She seduced this man. Um, so what I'm learning about also is the marine kingdom, that the devil has different kingdoms and one is the marine kingdom. Now, there are demons that are underwater. When I was a kid, I used to ask my mom, like, I know God created everything, but just some stuff underwater, I don't know. And I'm like, God, God didn't make no shark, or I would say something like that to my mom, and I don't know if my mom knew how to answer that, or she would just be like, "You ask questions that nobody thinks about, or nobody has the answers to." So when I was a kid, like I kind of knew like there's something underwater. There's things underwater that just ain't right. So I've been learning lately about the marine kingdom. So a lot of preachers and teachers are talking about the marine kingdom. And this is something that is kind of new to me. Like I just learned about the marine kingdom maybe like 2 years ago. Um, so y'all look up the marine kingdom. The marine kingdom are actual demons that are water demons, and they can possess somebody. Um, these demons make people want to do witchcraft. They make people want to fornicate. Um, they're lust demons. Also, um, they're demons that cause you to have addictions. So I'm gonna show y'all a clip of another video, and it all makes sense now. Like how when people actually spot these things, they're seducing them. Um, I saw a video where a marine was like a marine spirit, which I'm trying to say is a mermaid. I seen a video of a mermaid, y'all, that was luring people in by singing to them, and once they got too close, the thing would kill them. Now, it looks like a human on the top, and it has fins. So, y'all, when y'all see this video, y'all are going to get a better understanding of this. Now, uh, there's a lot of things in our world that are running around that are actual demons, y'all. And I just want y'all to know them when you see them. Um, like I said, like 5 or 6 years ago, me and my kids, we stopped watching like mermaid shows because I just had a real funny feeling behind it. And also I was learning about a lot of other like Disney movies and stuff that have like characters that have real actual demon names, and how a lot of this stuff is being shown to our kids at such a young age. And I'm guessing, that when our kids watch this, that it's opening some type of doorway to these demons to get into our children. So y'all don't buy nothing that's mermaid related at the stores for your kids. Um, look into what these cartoons have in them. I've even seen cartoons that have like devil signs in these cartoons. So everything that they say for kids is not for kids, y'all. And like in one of my videos I made maybe like 2, 3 months ago, I was talking about how a lot of Christians don't even have TVs in their homes. And this is the reason why, because, we don't necessarily always know what we're looking at when we're looking at TV. We don't always see the spiritual side of what we're looking at, or we just don't have any knowledge on what it is that we're looking at. And we could be opening all types of doorways to the devil. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like TV can like open doorways. So y'all, if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so. Make sure you thumbs this video up. And now I'm going to get into this reaction when I seen this video of, this lady talking about the marine kingdom. I'm just now learning about the marine kingdom, that there's demons in the marine kingdom. I'm just learning about that. And also, I might throw in some clips of people that have actually spotted these things. They are spirits. They can appear, they can disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things that is in our world right now that People are questioning that can appear and they can disappear. Now, anything that can disappear, y'all, is a spirit, okay? Know that. So I'm about to get into this video.
On the Marine Kingdom, and with the Marine Kingdom, I haven't dived all the way into the Marine Kingdom, okay, but the things I have been studying is the mermaid spirit, the siren spirit, and we're going to be talking about those two things, all right? And I'm going to give you just some broad information before I get right into it, okay? The first one is the reason why I am doing this video. The reason why I'm doing this video is because about 2 years ago, I was at I want to call it like a yard sale, a garage sale. And there was a bunch of people there at the yard sale, and there was these two little girls, and there was some, I don't know if they were Barbie dolls or stuffed mermaids in a bin, and one of the girls was grabbing at them so that the other kids couldn't get to them. And so I remember her kind of bragging, you know, I got the mermaid. And this other little girl said something that just stuck in my head. She said, mermaids are demons. And I heard someone else say, amen, baby, amen. And so it kind of shocked me. Like, I don't understand. At the time, I didn't understand how a mermaid can be a demon. Like, they're so beautiful. They've got long hair. They've got very colorful array. They got a beautiful tail. They're like this innocent, mythical creature that really can't do any harm. As a matter of fact, I remember as a child watching The Little Mermaid, and I remember watching it over and over again. They sing, they have these special powers, they live under the water, and they're considered majestic. After some studying of what the mermaid is and where it comes from, I started to be appalled when I would see one, okay? And I go to Walmart a lot, I go to Target a lot, and going through the kids section, the little girls section in particular, you see a lot of clothing with the image of a mermaid on it. And of course, the mermaid, she's colorful, she's beautiful, she's got long hair, she's just put on this pedestal, and you see girls, little girls. When I say little girls, I'm talking about babies on up to preteens with mermaids on their chest. They have mermaids earrings, they have mermaid purses and stuff like that. So I want to let you know why you should be offended when you see a mermaid, and why you should not allow your children, especially your girls, to entertain this majestic creature that is no way close to being majestic, okay? Now, mermaids are under witchcraft, and people participate in witchcraft for various of reasons. The main reasons is for advancement in a job, okay? So they might look to witchcraft or some type of spell to get advanced in their occupation, or to be a part of certain elite social circles. They also, a lot of witchcraft is used in romantic relations, okay? A girl trying to get a guy, or a guy trying to get a girl. There's some witchcraft that can be played into that, okay? So I want you to be aware of that, and we will be going into detail on how these things can be implemented between people, all right? Okay, we're going to be talking again about mermaid spells and the Marine Kingdom. There's a couple different kingdoms that are ran by our adversary Satan, okay? And the Marine Kingdom is one of them, and it is known to be the strongest kingdom of them all right? And the tactics that are used to aid witchcraft are profanity, using curse words, alcohol, drugs, poverty, misinformation, people being uneducated, people practicing and making decisions from ignorance. So I want you to take that into consideration, when you're making decisions, to always educate yourself and always be informed of what's going on, all right? Let's talk about the characteristics of these mermaid demons, okay? Because mermaids are demons, okay? They live and they thrive in sexual promiscuity, okay? If you've noticed a man or a woman, we're probably going to focus on women a little bit more, because there is a lie that the mermaid spirit belongs to women, but it can also belong to men. But it targets women for a reason, because they're influential, especially young girls. It targets young girls because they know they will influence other girls, and when they grow, they'll influence other women, they'll influence their their children. So this spirit focuses on women, all right? It lives in sexual promiscuity. It's also the demon that is responsible for rape and molestation. You see, rape and molestation is a war tactic that is used to pierce the heart of the opposer, to bother them. And what it does to a young girl or a young woman is it robs them of their identity, it confuses them, and it plants the seed of promiscuity. It plants the seed of a mermaid spirit, okay? And it also puts a target on men and women of God, especially when they're children. You see, sometimes you might, as a child, you might not see the potential that you have. You might not know the purpose that God has for you. You might not know your value that you have in the kingdom of God. But the adversary, he knows that. The adversary knows your potential. He knows your value. So as a child, he's going to attack you the hardest. If you can think of your childhood, this is not for everybody, but if you think of your childhood, and especially if you're living and walking in purpose now, what did your childhood look like? Okay, I'm sure it wasn't a walk in the park, peaches and roses. The adversary was upon you. And he threw in a lot of barbs, a lot of artillery to throw you off the track and to get you to absorb and feed into this mermaid spirit, okay? I'm going to give you signs and symptoms of the mermaid spirit and what it can portray itself as, okay? What it does is it focuses on beauty. It's very external. It focuses on vanity, and it pollutes femininity. Okay, and it makes the person that is infected with the spirit to hate themselves. It tells them that they're not pretty enough. It tells them that that their nose is too big or too small. It tells them that their skin is too light or too dark. That spirit, it robs you of your own identity, and it constantly reminds the carrier that it's not good enough. It's not pretty enough. It's very, very vain. These people believe that they're ugly. The spirit, it camouflages itself again into a woman. So a lot of times women that have the mermaid spirit, the adversary uses them. They're a part of his plots, a part of the schemes and plans that he does, okay? And that falls under a woman that is practicing in a lot of promiscuity, all right? She usually is over-sexualized and seductive. She's lustful, she's deceitful, she's alluring, and she's sneaky. And so if you ever this goes for men as well, if you ever come into contact with people that have that spirit to them, they're operating in the marine kingdom under the spirit of the mermaid, okay? This spirit, it specializes in hiding itself, okay? It hides itself in clothing brands at Walmart and Target and other children's clothing. It's brightly colored. You know, a lot of times people are drawn to bright colors, to the yellows and the pinks and the bright purples and the greens. So it disguises itself into to be something that is very beautiful and something that is very attractive. It has long flowing hair, and it resembles innocence. It sings and it lies. It tells a lie that it's harmless and it can't hurt anybody. And we array our children in the images of the mermaid. And a good example is, you know how some celebrities go and they will have a lot of surgery on their faces. They adorn themselves with a lot of makeup. They change the shape of their bodies. They're doing that because they believe that their nose is not enough, their chin is not enough, their body is not enough. That's the mermaid spirit. It constantly tells you that you're not enough, that you're not beautiful. And it's a spirit that chases vanity. It chases beauty. And it takes it and it conscrews it and it gives it back to its host, and it constantly feeds them negativity about their self-perception, their image, and their awareness, okay? And I want you to study this for yourself, but if you've noticed that these mermaid sightings are seen around bodies of land that are surrounded by water, okay? So you're going to see, you're going to have a lot of witchcraft activity and mermaid sightings in places like the Caribbean, okay? Places like New Orleans, all right? Some parts of the Carolinas where there's water and stuff. Some African countries, some Asian countries, you will see more witchcraft around those areas next to the coastline because of the spirit that's in the water. All right. There's also accounts of men and women visual accounts of seeing them in the water, or seeing them on shore. And whether or not the pictures that you see online are real or not, these things are real and they do exist, and we need to be made aware of them. Okay. It's a mixture of the daughter of men and fish and a demon all combined. So you're probably asking yourself, what do you mean? What is a hybrid demon? I've never heard anything like that before. You know, like how we have hybrid cars, and there's hybrid fruit, and there are hybrid plants and other hybrid animals like dogs and stuff like that that are mixed breed. Demons can do the exact same thing. And just like a demon can get into a man, or a woman, a demon can get into an animal, they can get into a marine animal as well, okay? And so a mermaid is the product of that. So that's why we refer to them as a hybrid demon, all right? And they take the shape of a woman. And if you actually think about the shape of a mermaid, it's usually the top half is of a woman, and the bottom half is like a long fin, like a dolphin fin or something of that nature. And the reason why the woman's legs they're closed and they're covered in a tail, like a marine tail, is because she's infertile. She's been castrated. So this kind of takes femininity and conscrews it to be something grotesque and disgusting. These things are not beautiful. They're not something that need to be praised. They're not just an innocent mythical creature, okay? And believe it or not, if you've ever studied mythology, a lot of those creatures that they talk about that are kind of glamorized in these, I took a couple world literature classes back in the day, so we studied mythology or whatever, and a lot of those things are demons that they're talking about. Those they're fallen angels that they're talking about in there, okay? But they kind of romanticize the idea and give us a production that is innocent, and in no way it's innocent, okay? So when you know better, you do better. All right, so let's go and discuss some scriptural references on this is not pertaining to mermaids exactly, but I want to show you in the Bible where there are spirits at work, okay? I want you to keep in mind, just because the Bible doesn't get really descriptive about the demons and where they're at and things about them, just because it's not there doesn't mean just because the details are not there doesn't mean it doesn't exist, okay? So the first one we're going to be discussing is going to be in Mark chapter 4. Okay, hold on. Okay, Mark chapter 4. We're going to be covering verse 38 to 40. Okay. Mark chapter 4. Give me a second here, because it's a really long passage, and I want to make sure that I give you enough of the information. So what I'm going to do is instead of starting at 38, I'm going to start at verse 35. Okay, here it goes. And this is an example of demonic activity in the water. All right, here we go.
So y'all, I had to end that video a little bit early because it was getting a little bit too long. But thank you for watching this video. If you want to go over and subscribe to this young lady, her YouTube is called NICCI the Great. I don't know if that's Nikki the Great, but y'all, it's spelled NICCI the Great. So y'all, thank you for watching this video. Thumbs this video up, like and subscribe, share with a friend, and God bless.